As many of you already know, Google will be migrating from Universal Analytics to GA4 starting July 1st this year. Google cited that the main reason for that switch are changes in user behavior and privacy standards. If you want to keep collecting the data in Google Analytics, you will need to switch to GA4. What they mean by changes in user behavior is that desktop is not the dominant platform as it was a decade ago. Now, users interact with websites and apps in a much more complex way. The good news is that you will not lose access to your data for another 6 months, but after that, GA4 will become the standard platform. Now, with the big switch, the big changes come. And today, I want to talk about how we can help you migrate your data in an easy and a stress-free way. But to start with, we first need to understand what are the differences between Universal Analytics and GA4. UA collects data based on web sessions and hits, which can be page views or events that you need to manually generate. It is powered by first-party and third-party cookies. GA4, on the other hand, is looking to solve a need for tracking that does not discriminate device and fix privacy concerns about third-party cookies. Okay, now that we know the difference between UA and GA4, here is the catch. All of your historical data before the installation of GA4 will be lost once the Google shut down Universal Analytics. To give you an example what this means, imagine you run a shoe store and you decided to collect data from your products and your customers, like what sizes mostly sell or what is the age and gender of your consumers. You've also not been lazy and decided to collect more personal data from your customers, like how often they purchase, what is the usual purchase amount. You keep their phone numbers and email to wish them Merry Christmas and Happy Birthday. And one day someone comes and tells you that you will lose all that data in 6 months and you need to start using a new data collection model. Would you be worried? No, this is what's happening with the migration. Every piece of data you do not collect through GA4 will be gone forever. And every day you wait, you lose more data. Now here at Unlimited, we migrated all of our clients' accounts 6 months ago so that we could have at least 1 year of parallel data tracking. Today, we have a special offer where we offer a basic migration from Universal Analytics to GA4 starting from $499. Okay, if you're ready, let's jump in and I'm going to show you how we can do data streams and signals.
A few moments later.
Okay, now once that we've audited the account and we know all of the important events and conversions that we need to keep track of, we're going to jump into the Universal Analytics and migrate from UA to GA4. Now, as you can see, immediately as I enter the analytics, I will be given the information that on July 1st, 2023, this property will stop processing data. So I'm going to dismiss this and we're going to move forward. Now, the first thing we need to do on the Universal Analytics is go to the admin section and then choose create a property. Once we do that, we need to name that property, and we always suggest that the property should have the same name as your domain. You can add GA4 just for the reference, and then you can choose the reporting time zone, currency, and click next. Because we are doing this for our live client, we're going to choose United States and we're going to choose Detroit time, US dollar, and click next. Okay, now once we've clicked the next button, we will land on about your business section. Now inside, we're gonna enter the business information, and since our client is in consulting, I'm gonna try consulting, but as you can see, there is no option for consulting, so I'm just gonna go and choose other business activity, but it really depends on the type of the business that you have. You can choose real estate, pets, animals, home garden, or whatever your business is. If you cannot find it in this drop-down menu, then just click on other business. That's perfectly fine. In terms of business size, again, I'm going to click medium because they have 60 employees. And now the third one, this is the important one. And this one is asking you how do you want to use Google Analytics for your business. So here you need to think about what you're doing right now with your business and what you might do in the span of 2, 3, or 5 years. So for an example, we have a client in consulting and I'm going to say, yeah, I do want to measure customer engagement with the website. They do not have an app, but they have a website. I do want to optimize the website experience. I do want to measure the data across multiple devices or platforms, optimize the advertising costs, increase the conversions. Now, measuring content monetization. Our client is not working on content right now, but they might do that in the next 2 or 3 years. So I'm gonna click this one as well. Since they are in B2B business, they will never have online sales, they will never have a product. So I'm gonna leave this blank, as well as app installs, because they will never build an app. And of course, I do want to measure the lead generation. So once I marked all of this, I'm just going to click create, and then it will move me to a next screen that is going to give me the information about the start collecting data. Okay, now once we're in the data stream window, you can see that we can choose different platforms, web, Android app, or iOS app. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to click on web. But as we talked, this is the difference between the GA4 and the Universal Analytics. You can choose specific platform on which you want to build a data stream. Inside the website URL, I'm going to type the URL of the client. And in stream name, I'm going to type something that's familiar with me, and you can do this for your business as well. Stream name is just something that you will internally use, but make sure to have some name that you will recognize at any time. For the enhanced measurement, we have some settings here, but we're gonna go back to this once we create the stream. Now when I click the button create stream, I'm gonna get the window with details opened and installation instruction. This is for Google Tag Manager, but I'm gonna close this one. And here is what we get. We get the measurement ID. This is the unique ID that we will be sending to Google Tag Manager. We can copy this, paste it into the Google Tag Manager, and we're going to use this ID to connect GA4 with GTM. Now, as I said, for the enhanced measurement, we can see configuration. We can see different options for the enhanced measurement here. And you can choose between scrolls, outbound clicks, site search, forum interactions, engagement, or downloads. Now, all of this is marked in blue by default, so it means that it's turned on. But you can turn off some of these enhanced measurements if you want to build them on your own. If you have some custom triggers, tag, or variables that you want to build, you can go ahead and, for an example, turn off video engagement and then measure this on your own by building specific tags. For the purpose of this video, we're not gonna be building any custom options, so I'm just gonna leave everything as it is, and I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna close it with the X here, and now we have built a data stream for the web. We can do this for the iOS, and we can do this for Android or as well. And this is how we actually build data streams on GA4. Now in the next part, we're going to talk about Google Signals. Okay, now once we created the data streams, we're going to move on and build Google Signals. We can find them inside the data settings and then just clicking on data collection. So we're going to click on get started here. And as you can see, it will open the new window saying activate Google Signals. Now it's pretty self-explanatory, and you can see here what Google Signals are. So you have new cross-device capabilities. So basically you can track the same users through different devices, and you can get more insights from Google data. I'm gonna click continue. I mean, this is very simple. I'll just activate it. Now the two things we need to make sure we've done is, first one, go to user data collection acknowledgement and then click here. And the second thing that's important to do is go to data retention and change event data retention from 2 months to 14 months and click on save. Now, once we've done this, we have both data streams and both Google signals activated, and we can always play around with attribution settings. Go here, just make sure that we have cross-channel data-driven model, but of course it depends on your business. You can also choose last click, first click, linear, position-based, or any other attribution model that you want, and always make sure to have the longest window checked, like 30 days or 90 days here. So this is it for the first part, talking about how to set up the basic GA4 account, and now we're going to move on and talk a little more about how we can implement GA4 into our overall marketing strategy.
That's it for today's video, and we do want to keep these videos short, and what I mean by short is under the 12 minutes. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about how we can implement GA4 into our overall marketing strategy, and I'm going to talk more about reporting models and exploration in GA4. Now, for the end, if you watched this far, I want to thank you first because you're watching our video, and I want to make a promise to you. This is our first video that we're doing, and I will make a promise that we will get much better. We will have more information. We're going to do a whole studio here, and everything will be more professional in the future. So if you watched this far, it would really mean a lot to me and my team if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and show in that way that you support what we are doing. Thank you, and see you another week. Bye.